So what was it like to be a medical student when I was at Jeff? Let me put a time frame on that. I graduated Jefferson in 1979. First thing is, it was an enormous honor for me because my father went there. And I got admitted into Jeff, early admission out of Georgetown, because it's really the only school I wanted to go to. And I wanted to be back in Philly. Immediately I became sort of immersed in the incredible rich traditions of Jefferson. I mean, we bonded as a class. Some of my very best friends are guys I went to medical school with. I created intense personal and then eventually professional relationships through my training there as a surgical resident. Just a very, critically important part of my life and education that has followed me through the rest of my career. So what's it like to be a medical student now? My exposure to to medical students of the 21st century are both at IBC through some of my leadership work and also through another company, Tandem Health, which I had run for a couple of years. And I believe that the same level of optimism exists around, the noble profession and, the reasons why these students are in medical school to begin with. I think driven by many of the same things that drove us in the 1970s, which was, be able to serve and the privilege of caring for patients. I believe a lot of that stuff still exists. On the other hand, it's an exponentially thinking world. These medical students are in a far faster paced world than I was in the 1970s and are having to adapt to that. In addition to that, a very uncertain environment about where healthcare is going in the United States with all this change. This class is probably far more curious about the outside world than we were when we were in the library at Jefferson just studying, anatomy. So.